What's up, witches and warlocks? Puma Fist here. Calm before the storm, so they say. Just gotten everything ready for Hurricane Milton. Once again, man, it's crazy. It's crazy with these storms. You know, I haven't lived in Florida for 30 fucking years. I've been through a ton of these fucking things. The panic is always overwhelming at first. Then when it finally gets here, it's kind of not that bad. Not to say that there isn't destruction, right? I mean, shit does get fucked up. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. But they always make it sound worse on the news beforehand. Now, I guess maybe you could make the argument that they're doing that to kind of scare people into going like, you know, if you can evacuate, get the fuck out. But it's been my experience. I only did it one time, and that was back when I was married. I only did it one time we evacuated. And I forget for which one that was for. I think it was, Charlie or something like that. I can't remember the fucking names. I can't keep them straight. It was a long time ago. This was back in the early 2000s. I evacuated. It ended up becoming a bigger nightmare fucking leaving the state than what the fucking storm actually did. So, yeah, I mean, the highways get clogged up. People are panicking. They buy up all the fucking gas. Then you're fucking stuck on the road. You're stuck in the highway in traffic. Then you're running low on gas, and you can't stop anywhere and get gas. It just becomes a bigger clusterfuck than if you just ride the storm out. I mean, people have been riding the storm out in Florida ever since Florida has fucking been here, right? I don't think the people that used to settle in Florida fucking ran away every time a fucking hurricane came through. And shit, they were already used to not having fucking air conditioning. So for them, hurricanes were probably nice, you know, as long as the fucking palm fronds didn't fly off your roof, your palm frond fucking roof on your shack. But yeah, I mean, you know, Floridians have been used to living in swamps for so long. You know, really what it is, it's all these foreign transplants, which I'm one too, right? I'm not originally a Florida native, but I've lived here longer than anywhere else. So I kind of feel like I'm one by proxy. And, you know, I was a teenager when I moved here. So, you know, I've spent the majority of my life in Florida. I get it. But the people that always fucking panic and cause the most problems are the people from other states. You know, they moved down here because Florida is relatively cheap to live in. And then, you know, they don't think about the fucking storms. And when the storms come through, yeah, I mean, it makes shit inconvenient. When your power is out for a week and a half, that fucking sucks. It sucks. But yeah, New Yorkers and shit like that, the Californians, when they come here, the Californians I don't get either, because they got to deal with worse shit than I think we do. I'd much rather deal with a hurricane than a fucking earthquake. Those earthquakes are fucking scary. But if you go over to California, they're probably like, it's just another tremor. It's probably the same thing. They probably don't give a fuck either. And luckily in both states, most things are built for it. Where you have problems in Florida is these dumbasses that live on the low-lying fucking floodplains. And it's usually anywhere that's, you know, close to the coast. I get it. People like beachfront property. And then people that, you know, buy shit on fucking rivers and lakes. And once again, there's a lot of nice fucking real estate there, right? It's pretty fucking places. Like Lake Eustis has got some fucking fantastic houses around there. Well, I will give this Lake Eustis. At least the houses that are around there, they're up about 12 feet from the lake level. So it would take a massive amount of fucking water for those places to flood. But the streets will be flooded. Everything around it will be flooded. So you're still going to need a fucking canoe to get to get wherever the fuck you're trying to go. But the houses themselves won't be fucked. I don't know. Hurricane panic, man. It always sets in. You go to the store, all the fucking toilet paper's gone. All the bottled water's gone. I don't understand why people don't have this shit just stocked up in Florida to begin with. I mean, I always do, you know? It's like you go to fucking Sam's Club, you buy like one of them big packs of fucking toilet paper. It's got like fucking, you know, 36 rolls in it or whatever. Yeah, and then you throw it in your fucking garage and it's there. I mean, you got toilet paper for fucking a year, over a year, right? I don't get it. People just buying 1 or 2 rolls at a time at the fucking dollar store. What the fuck's that about? Bottled water too. I mean, it's not like water goes bad anytime soon. I mean, you can have a bottle of water for fucking 2 years, you know? Yeah, sure, you can have microplastics in it or whatever the fuck, but that's happening already. But yeah, I mean, you can have bottles of water sitting around for fucking 2 years, you know? Just keep it on standby. It's kind of like owning a firearm, like for self-defense, right? You keep your self-defense ammo in the gun, you know, and then after about 2 years, you swap it out. It's like hurricane kits should be the same way. keep your canned food, your non-perishable shit, your fucking bottles of water and shit. Well, like every 2 years, just swap it out. That's all you got to do. I don't know. It's the panickers, man. The panickers cause all the fucking problems. So enough about that. What is actually going to happen with this storm? Well, from what I've seen so far, it looks like, and this is going to be bad for me, not because I'm there, but because I work there. St. Pete, fucking Tampa, possibly even down to Fort Myers, that's the area that's going to get fucked. This last storm, Helen, what the fuck, what kind of name is Helene anyway? I keep calling it Helen, right? I've never met a fucking woman in my entire life named Helene. I don't even know what the fuck language that's supposed to be. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But Helen, we're just gonna stick with Helen. Fucked up the Tampa area. Not that, you know, like the fucking wind blew all the fucking buildings down. No, the fucking bay. There's a bunch of shitload of sand and stuff. They've got on 275 a lot of construction going on right there. The bridge goes right across the fucking bay and connects the pieces of land, so you don't have to take the long way around. And yeah, there's a ton of construction going on there. There's been construction going on for forever. And Helen fucking washed all the sand up and the fucking water. And most of the coastal areas right there, some of the places that I've been delivering to, I mean, they got flooded off of Helen. And then, of course, like the rest of the state, nothing really happened here. Supposedly all the damage is in fucking North Carolina. Figure that one out. I don't know what the hell's going on there. But, yeah, anyway, that's another fucking conversation. But, yeah, Tampa already got fucked up by the rising water. And people have been flooded. We just got a shitload of rain yesterday. I mean, dumped on us. My neighborhood is actually kind of flooded right now because the ground is so soaked. And so when this thing starts hitting tomorrow, if this is a wet one, which it looks like it's going to be, sometimes hurricanes don't drop a lot of rain. That's one of the things you have to realize. You know, people think that haven't been through them, that it's just a constant downpour of rain. No, it's usually just a constant fucking wind. It's just like a giant fucking tornado. But if this one dumps a lot of water, we're in big trouble. At least, you know, for the surrounding areas here, because the ground is saturated. You know, Florida's like, we don't have dirt, we have sand. So the water fucking gets into the sand gets completely saturated, and then the fucking water just sits on top. It's a kind of a problem, kind of an infrastructure problem here in Florida, which there's really no way to fix. I mean, just for like decades, you know, ever since I've lived in Florida, they've been saying that they were going to put all of our power lines underground. So like when a storm comes through, you don't have to worry about the fucking wind blowing down a fucking telephone pole, you know, knocking your cable out. Yeah, it's never fucking happened, and it never will. And part of that is because Florida is hard to work with underneath. Yeah, it's wishful thinking. Unless somebody could come up with a really good way to fucking deal with that fucking sand and shit that's mixed with the dirt. Yeah, you're not digging anything underground here. That's why there's no fucking basements in Florida. Nobody's got fucking basements. But anyway, I got off track here. As far as this storm is concerned, yeah, it looks like it's going to be bad. Just because we haven't had a storm coming straight in from the Gulf like this and then buzzsawing across the state over into the Atlantic. Ever since I've lived here, I've never seen a storm do this. Now, I've seen them come from the Atlantic and buzzsaw into the Gulf, right? But this is completely different because when they're coming in from the Atlantic, the water's not as warm as the Gulf water. So the Gulf water, like, supercharges these fucking things. You know, that's why it's going to be like a Category 4 when it hits. I know people keep saying Category 5, but no, it's going to be more like a Category 4. As soon as it touches land, it's going to pop down to like a Category 3 or a Category 2. By the time it gets to where I'm at, it'll be a Category 1 or a tropical storm because I'm on the opposite end of the coast, or other side of the coast. So, you know, I'm going to be dealing with some bullshit wind, 60, 65 mile an hour wind. That's about probably the worst I'm going to see. And yeah, it's going to be bad for like Tampa, St. Pete, Fort Myers. They're going to get fucked up. And the highways were fucked up from this last one, like I said. It was a pain in the ass with all the detours trying to get through there. But other than that, you know, I mean, it's just another day in Florida. Power's going to go out. We're going to be without power for a week and a half. And then, yeah, and then the power will come back on, and then everything will start to go back to normal, like it always does. So anyway, I've rambled long enough. I'll be making videos as the storm progresses. I mean, it's nice out right now. It always is before the storm. It's always nice, the calm before the storm. It's not hot. The sun's not really beating down right now. It's a little overcast, but, you know, it's nice and cool and calm. In fact, it's like perfect weather right now. But, yeah, it's going to get nasty. It's going to get nasty. So when it does, hopefully this time I'll be able to show you some. I've been trying to show you, since I've been making videos, footage from fucking hurricanes and what they're like, and it's always disappointed. So let's hope that this one gives us a show. Not too bad of a show. I don't want the roof to blow off, but I want a decent show. So anyway, that's what I got for now. Stay tuned. Puma Fist out.